All right, so you all welcome. It's your girl, Carlisa Katrina Basnight-Menendez, just all of that. And we have an amazing guest with us on today for what? Menopause March Madness. And I don't know about you all, but the month seems like it's just going by. So I don't know. We're almost at the end of first quarter. So I want you to take a moment just to reflect, right? Don't beat yourself up. Give yourself some grace. But I want you to just reflect. What is those goals that you already had set? And you're like, oh my God, I'm not really working like I need to. Or you might be saying, look, Carlika, I'm doing all that I can do. But one thing you may not realize, you need a team. You need to ask for the help, right? And so I'm all for not sitting and watching 1,001 YouTube videos and all. Now, for sure, make sure you catch this video, okay? Make sure you catch this one on YouTube. But if you need help, if you need support, if you need community, you got to open up your mouth and ask. That's my tip for today. Just ask for the help, right? It's nothing wrong with asking. It's nothing wrong with taking a moment to just step back and reflect. And so you already know Menopause March Madness. We're not just talking about the 34 plus symptoms of menopause. We're talking about your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, all of the things, right? We're talking about all of the aspects that can affect our well-being. In order for us to be well, we can't just show up in bits and pieces, but we have to have all of us available. And I'm not just saying available to other people, because sometimes you have to say no. And some of us are still learning no, no, and no. I think of our children when they were smaller, right? Some of their first words were no, and they said it adamantly. They said it with a little bit of attitude on it, and they meant what they said. So as adults, sometimes you have to say no. You all make sure September 16th through the 17th, right? MenoCon 2022. And what is it? It is the ultimate menopause and women's wellness conference. This is for the everyday woman. I know there are conferences out there, but they're typically for the doctors and clinicians and the scientists, and they're using all the terminology, and we're saying, what? What are you saying again? No, that's not what I'm going through. I just need community. I want to be able to network. I want to be able to talk to other women who are saying, you know what, look, I haven't got to menopause yet, but eventually we'll all get there. I may be in menopause and I just need some help. Community is everything. And guess what? You're going to find that right at MenoCon, right here in St. Mary's, Georgia, September 16th through the 17th. It's a 2-day conference. Tickets are on sale now, you all. So you see the link below, www.menocon.com. Go there to get information. There are vendor and sponsorship opportunities. And so you don't want to miss it. You don't want to get the word on the street. You want to have a whole seat. You want to have your own seat in the building. And so you are our guest on today. I said I had to get some announcements out the way. That's MenoCon, okay? MenoCon 2022. Our guest, Miss Dee, is in the building with us. And you all, let me just tell you this. Phenomenal woman. I told her, Dee, we got to go ahead and hit the record button, because behind the scenes, I wish I could take you behind the scenes of the conversations and different things that we have before we even get up here. Simply amazing. And so, Dee, welcome.
Thank you so much. I am so appreciative of you having me. Thank you. And hello, everyone.
Yes, just simply amazing. So Dee, just introduce yourself. Let everyone know who you are, what you're doing in the world, what part of the world you're in, all those amazing things.
All right, where am I now? I'm in the Caribbean, actually. I'm not in at the moment. And if you know me, you will know I don't keep still. But I'm really happy to be here. So I'm Dee Burrowes, and what I do now, I support corporate clients who are going through life changes, because we all go through changes. I brand myself as a mindset strategist, and what I do, I literally get into your brain and find out what's not clinically, but find out what's going on, what triggers you, what coping mechanism can I help you with. And so pain points that most of my clients go through, those who are going through divorce, emotional and mental challenges, lack of self-love, lack of self-care, limiting beliefs, and the list goes on. I absolutely very much passionate about what I do, because what I want to do is to see changes, to have that impact for my clients. But at the same time as well, while I'm supporting my clients, I'm also learning and growing. That's a short bio of me. If I go on with it, we'll be here all day.
I love it. I love it, because mindset is so huge. Like, I had my own limiting beliefs,
oh gosh,
right? Oh my gosh. Perfectionism, my own self-doubt of thinking, oh, should I do this? Should I not? Telling myself all of the things. Well, if I do this, and then what if it doesn't go right? And if I do this, and now I'm just at the point where I'm like, F it, meaning you all. Because y'all know we do Women Who Pray and everything. And I don't want no inboxes. Y'all talking about, did she just say F it? I did. But F it is faith it. I have to believe, and then I have to face it, right? Whatever my challenges are, because none of us are exempt. None of us are exempt of those self-limiting beliefs trying to take over our mind and our actions. And then the last F is fulfill it, right? I have to be committed. You have to be committed to fulfilling whatever your God-given purpose is. But that definitely resonates with me. And every day, like literally every day, I renew in my mind. Every day.
And I'm going to add an F word, following. Who are you following? Are you getting somebody that you can emulate? Are you getting somebody who can support you? Are you getting somebody, or do you have a tribe? Do you have a community? So I'll add that following. And it is so, so very important. If I didn't have somebody that I was following at the time, my goodness, probably I wouldn't be sat here speaking to you at the moment. No, I wouldn't. So that's quite important as well.
I love that because I'm huge on community. Look, y'all, I'm exclusive when it comes to my community, right? Because I do believe the company that you keep and the energy and all of these different things, the people that you surround yourself with all of the time, the conversations that you have on the phone with people all of the time, how is this adding to your life? And I'm not saying that we shouldn't be there to be good listeners and be there for people. But at some point, the same way when your child is born, they cut the umbilical cord.
Yeah, you gotta cut that one too with a massive scissors, and just that's it. Falls and that you run that other side and they go.
Exactly.
Any shape or form of malice, or you think you're above anyone, but what does not serve you, right? So if it doesn't serve you, you have to let it go, whether the relationship, whether your financial situation, whether where you're living at the moment, whether it's your work, your professional career, or also you have to cut the umbilical cord on yourself. Those self-talk that you're having, are they supporting you? Are they positive? Are they negative? Are they not serving who you are as an individual? Don't be afraid to cut it.
I love it. You all heard it. Look, if y'all don't take nothing else today, learn how to cut it. And but that's so real because especially a lot of times as women, we will incubate a situation and replay it like it's on replay. Like it's like that's has turned to your favorite song, right? Woe is me, and this isn't working, and I don't have support, and this person didn't support it. All of these things on replay, you all, I'm telling you, emotionally it's draining, mentally it's draining, physically it's draining, even sometimes it can be financially draining, right? And so identifying and recognizing that, you know what, this isn't serving me well in this season of my life.
Yeah.
So let me do what? Cut it.
Just cut it. Let go. Cut it. Yeah, honestly.
I love that. So when we think of mindset, because I think sometimes there's a misconception of mindset work, right? I think some people think, oh, well, once I'm over that, I may never see it again, right? So like I said, because I'm transparent and we have transparent conversations, perfectionism was one of my things, right? Yeah. Which to me, perfectionism is just as bad as procrastination because it paralyzed me because I'm thinking I need to have this, and this. And if it's not that, then guess what? I'm not going to do it. Yeah. And so when we think of that mindset work, a lot of us sometimes are really not doing the mindset work, or we don't know where to even start because our minds, it seems like it just won't shut off, right? Or it's just all of these running thoughts and all of these things. So Dee, take us through for yourself. Let me ask you this. What were some or have been some of your self-limiting beliefs for yourself that you had to overcome?
Oh gosh, there were so many. So a bit of a back history. Started out in the hospitality industry and being a female, being a Black woman, to get to the hierarchical level of being a general manager, that was very ambitious, right? I got to the role of assistant GM and general manager, just shortening for GM, and just somehow I couldn't break that glass ceiling, if you will, to get to the general manager role. And I've done research, and I found out that it's a predominantly male role. So I told myself, I am not good enough. The way I look, probably the way I speak, the way I articulate myself, being a woman, I can never get that role. And I toggled with it. I fought with that for quite a long time until I was like, do you know what? I've had enough. And then after a while, my job just got very mundane. I showed up. I showed up. And I mean, you wouldn't have thought what was going on in my head, because you would never know, right? And that's how we mask a lot of stuff, like what's going on mentally or emotional. We don't have that emotional agility, but we say, yeah, we're okay. And I always say we give it the water cooler pleasantries. Oh, how are you? I'm good. And you just walk off quickly because you don't want to reveal that part of what's going on. So I was there and I'm like, I'm not good enough. Why I can never get the role? And they would get other people in, and you'll think they would have promoted you internally to save costs. I know the property, I know how it works, I know operationally what's going on, and I know I can do a very good job. But somehow I didn't fit the bill, and I was like, I've had enough. And I took the leap of faith, not certain what was going to go on, and I got mentors. I relied on my faith, and I had to go back to basic. And I had to tell myself, I know I am good enough. Maybe it wasn't my season. It's not my time to thrive in that last 5-star property that I worked. And I got mentors who, walk the talk, and I was like, there's something going on. I need support. And as you said, don't be afraid to ask for help. That is so important. Either you do it from somebody professionally or somebody that you can confide in within your circle, your personal circle, your network, socially, etc. Right? And they had to bring me back to basic. No, you're good enough, but maybe it's time for you to reanalyze what's going on professionally. And maybe it's not for you to be a general manager, but for you. And they were like, I weeded out what was my passion, what was my next passion. And I've always wanted to be a flight attendant, but just never happened because, again, we were socially conditioned. And my mom said she didn't think it was a role for me. And I went into the next profession that was close enough to it. And it was working in the hospitality industry. And pretty much, so I've always wanted to travel the world. And I think growing up as a little girl, I wanted to travel the world. I wanted to see the world. And I had a larger than life personality. And I thought being a flight attendant would be the window to the world. But working in hospitality, I had my fair share of traveling. So I went into accounting afterwards. My passion was accounting. And I always say for accounting as well, would say we got the nice family, the nice house, the nice car, and the picket fences. And I was in alignment for that, for the for the accounting world. But again, I had the nice office, the nice pay package, but the doom and gloom of England, looking out through the window. And I thought there was something more I could have done with my life. And without sounding very cliche, what was my God-given talent? What was my purpose? What is it I was here to do? And did some self-searching with some support as well, my coach, spiritual leaders. And I found out that I needed to operate my own business. I needed to run my own business. And all that was actually birthed in Virginia because I was always very proactive. So when I became,
Wow.
in the accounting industry, I found the NABA, National Association of Black Accountants. And I became a member. It was a no-brainer. Yes, I joined it. And I found the US alone.
D, what part of Virginia were you in?
Is it Ruscon or Reston?
Okay, Reston. So
Reston.
near northern area.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So that was, I'm going to tell you folks. So NABA now, I went to their national conferences. So Arizona, Orlando, you name it. And I saw where they did personal development to another level than how it would have been done in the UK. So we had the breakout rooms. They owning on your talents, personal development. That was to the next level. So I pressed the break on personal development. So I completely did an overall change who I was for the better. So I changed my mindset, how I was thinking, even what I was eating. And in 2010, I became a vegan, 12 years on, right? Because I'm thinking, if I'm going to do the holistic approach, for me, walk the talk. If I'm saying to my clients, yeah, you need to start a morning routine, I have to start that morning routine. If I tell you to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning, I have to get up at 4 a.m., right? So that was me. So I went shebang. I just the holistic change. So from NABA, there was a buzz for me to start attending more events in the US. And this was when I came upon an event, a women's event in Virginia, where Lisa Nichols was one of the who co-wrote The Secret, was one of the guest speaker. And I have to go. And that literally changed the trajectory of my life. I saw women like myself, they were making an impact. And for me, and I know legacy can be a buzzword, but for then 10, 12 years ago, I wanted to create a legacy. And how can I create a legacy in my own little world than working for somebody that, God forbid, if something happens, get a bouquet or pension aid comes on, and that's it for my years of service. So I wanted to be more effective in my world, serving, creating a legacy, and that's exactly what I did.
Wow. You all, this is just amazing. And I'm glad that you even went to the backstory, because I'm a backstory person, because a lot of times people look at where people are right now and not realizing that, you know what? Let me tell you a little bit behind the scenes. Let me tell you a little bit about my journey. And even though I may have overcome some of those things, every day and every level that we're going to, there's something else on the mindset, right? Yeah. So the meditation is not just a one day thing and then it's like, okay, I don't have to do that anymore. Those self-limiting beliefs, for every level that we're going to or that you're at, there's something else that may arise, right? That we're like, look, I still have work to do. I'm still evolving. I may have overcome that, but you know what? And sometimes the things that we've even overcome, they surface back up sometimes.
Ooh, tell me about it. I was just about to say, although I work on certain aspects of my life, they creep up sometimes, and you question yourself: can I lead? Can I support?
Am I capable? Should I really be doing this? You all, I'm being very transparent. Even with MenoCon, let me tell you all. Okay, now for the people that's believers out there, you understand what faith is. We are all believing for something. We understand when we're being stretched, right? We understand. But let me tell you, when the vision came, I was just like, okay, you want me to do MenoCon? You want me to do a 2-day conference? I was nervous, right? Because I'm just like, oh my gosh. So then I had to do the work.
Yeah.
To hurry up. And this is the thing. It's not that those self-limiting beliefs or different things don't try to creep up, but it's how we handle it when it does creep up. So for myself, because I recognize the ones that try to creep up with me, I have to dismiss it quickly and just get to work. Because if you don't, then you will find yourself shunning out, or maybe not even moving forward to even do anything because fear has gripped you, or all of the thoughts. Are people going to really attend a 2-day event? Is it going to be? So I canceled all of that. And you all, that's why we're having MenoCon September 16th and 17th. I don't care if 50 women show up, we're going to have MenoCon, right? 100 women, 300 women, because this is the thing, Dee, you said something about serving. You said a few good things. I was putting some notes. So one, serving in the capacity that you know that's going to impact someone else's life. You all, I literally started my speaking career doing Facebook Lives. That's where I started. But guess what? I was consistent with no viewers, even when I've spoken in rooms with hundreds of women. My consistency of serving was at the same level. I didn't show up knowing that, okay, 0 viewers, I'm just going to just say, I'm not going to be me. I'm not going to show up and serve. Nope. So being consistent, even in the serving, even in the beginning, and all of these different things. Another thing you said was one conference. That conference changed your life. You all, I am a believer that one conference, one conversation, one coach, one whatever can change the trajectory of your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Just that one yes you need. You just need to prove yourself. Just get me in through the door. Just get me in, And congratulations for Menacon. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I think that is so powerful, even you sharing your story to say, you know what, this passion, things that I'm passionate about, servanthood, because a lot of times people think, and I've seen it, some people get to a certain level and they feel like they don't have to volunteer or do these different things. And I'm just like, no, that's not how this works, right? I still go out of my community and volunteer at events. I still will volunteer at my church or do whatever that looks like. I don't have a problem serving
Yeah.
in whatever capacity that, because it doesn't make me look, some people think, oh, this is beneath me. Like you said earlier, it's not that we're better than anyone. It's not that we don't have these same self-doubt that may try to creep up, or perfectionism in my case may try to creep up, and I'm like, oh, no, I see you. Oh no.
About throw it away. That's my strategy.
I love that though. And so when you say mindset, what are some things that people can do? Because once again, I don't think sometimes we think of the mindset as a whole, and even taking it from things from our childhood. So the way we view money, or the way we do our money, the way that we just do certain things in our life, sometimes we don't even stem it from behaviors that were learned, things that we've seen. So when you talk about working on the mindset, what are some tips or some things that people can take action like right now as they're watching this to say, you know what, let me start implementing this to even maybe recognize what's going on?
Sure. So mindset, I'm not coming up with an acronym, but for me, mindset is, what is our belief system that shapes who you are, right? It can even go as far as that social condition that you've gotten when you were a child, right? I don't think you can do that role. You can't be a doctor. You can't be a lawyer. Or no, you have to be a doctor. You have to be a lawyer. Actually, it's about you, right? Your concept of it. And a lot of us, we all have this, what do you call it? Like, it's more like a car crash. You have to do this. What is our belief system? Where we grew up, our community, even our religious affiliation, what they're telling you, what is right and what is not right. So how do you go against the grain? How do you become rebellious, as I always how do you come rebellious to be influenced by what you feel, what you think, and how you behave? Because your mindset is in alignment with all that. So now you're telling yourself, I'm not good enough. I can't go for a particular job. Then you're not going to go for it. And you never know, that could have been your one chance in getting that role. But because of you're telling yourself, because of the social condition that you've been given, then you haven't gone for that. So I think in winning at your mindset is having that positive self-talk with yourself. And we have those self-talk. But actually, let's go back to basic. That one common thing, self-love.
Yes.
Self-love, right? So we have to, and I love to go back to basic with myself, with my clients, with my peers, with my network, because they always say charity begins at home. I am the home, right? So if I'm going to say to you, do you know what, Carlika, you should do this and you should do that, but I'm not doing it, then what's the point? So I think going back to self-love, going back to basic, love who you are, filling up your own vessel, filling up your own petrol tank, right? Also, a few tips: meditation, journaling, right? We're creatures of habits. How do you start your day? Do you get up every day on the mobile phone before you actually start even praying, meditating, if that's the way you start your day? What are your goals, right? What do you want to accomplish? You mentioned we're nearly at the end of the first quarter. One is pretty much done, right? So have you achieved your goals, right? Is it that you want to travel somewhere, but I don't have enough money? You're telling yourself, I can't go there. Are you going to put it on the credit card? Does it mean that I have to get another job, or I have to utilize my hustle, my hobby to get some extra money coming in, multiple streams of income? So what belief system do you have? What are you telling yourself? What's your values? What's your goal? What's your mission?
Yeah.
Right. So all that incorporates mindset. But I'll share this with you. When I started out as a mindset strategist, initially I wanted to specialize in relationship coaching when I got my coaching certification. But I realized that what my clients were coming to me, couples with, they have the same challenges: money, inner critic, networking, dreams, sexuality, spirituality, energy, or lack of energy. So it's an acronym. Mindset is, so it's M for money and wealth, I for inner critic, N for networking, D for dreams or goals, S is for sexuality, spirituality, because a lot of my clients, they have challenges with their sexuality, and even so spirituality. E for the energy, and the T is for the total transformation. Once you come into my world, if you will, I want you to have that total transformation. I'm not just going to fix one aspect, but I will give you tools and techniques that will support you on the journey.
Wow. Wow. I love the T, total, you all.
Oh,
total. And that's what we said even earlier. And someone may be like, how does mindset and menopause go together? Just like I said, mindset and menopause. What is your perception of menopause? What is your perception of your overall health? Are you accepting the fact that certain things are hereditary in your family? Are you accepting that? And not even hereditary. Are you accepting that, oh, because my dad had high blood pressure and this one and this one and that one, oh, this is just what I have to accept? So when we even think about, like Dee said, your total, right? Total transformation includes your health and well-being.
absolutely. If I may, you said they might ask, how does menopause and mindset? But changes, they're both changes. Menopause, we go through life changes. Mindset, we go through changes. If it means then that, oh, I used to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, literally take 10 minutes to get ready and run out without actually meditating or having that oneness, that calmness before I leave home, you're all flustered. So mindset and menopause, we're going through changes. It's a journey that we have to go in. So they're in alignment, right?
That's what I say. It's a transition. It's a transition and it's a transformation. And in order for us to have that total transformation, you all, we have to have a transaction, meaning you need to have a coach. You need to have a wellness team, whether that's your therapist, your medical doctor, your GP. You need to have all of these individuals, right? But then you have to participate in this as well, because they can't do the work for you.
You have to show up. You have to show up.
Yeah. And I love what you said, Dee, back to the basics.
Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I think so many times there's so many distractions. There's so many other things going on in our world, in our life, on social media, in the news, all of the things. And sometimes back to the basics of just respecting one another, back to the basics of just respecting yourself, back to the basics of saying, let me get back in touch of who I really am, to the true essence and core of the things that you love to do, the things that you mentioned, even sexuality and sensuality and different things. These are some of the topics that a lot of times kind of are not discussed. Right. So a lot of people equate sensuality with sex. And I'm like, no, people equate, your perception of sexy or whatever that may look like. Right. Ladies, gentlemen as well, if they are tuning in, you're sexy, you define your sexiness, right? That's not for anyone else to define for you. You define that and decide, hey, what am I? My sexy is in jogging pants, or my sexy is, if yours is lingerie, right? That's not everyone's sexy, right? So for some people it's uncomfortable, so they don't.
Yeah, they brand it as provocative or promiscuous, but it's our body and it's our temple. So being tuned with it, just the very same we're going to be in tune with our mindset, right? We go to the cinema, we watch a movie, we're in tune with it, we're there watching it, and then you come back and you relay that to somebody, even a recommendation. So why not just take care of your temple? So yeah.
Take care of your temple. And how do you do that? With total transformation. And that's from your from the inside out, right? That's from your mind, that's from your body, that's from your soul, that's from your spirit, emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, building that generational health and wealth that you want, not just for yourself, but for generations to come. And so, Dee, let everyone know. I know you said you gave a little bit of information about your program, but how can people find more information about your program? Is it on rolling, or are you doing enrollment? How does that work? Let us know, and then the best way they can connect with you.
Sure. So we're creatures of habits. I think I said that previously. So I take no clients for less than 3 months, because we have to go through, we have to get dirty. We have to put our hands in the mud, and we have to get dirty. We have to unlearn what they told us. And for most part, 90% of it is absolute rubbish, if I may say so. So that takes... That takes quite a while. So 3 months where we can actually see changes. If it's just one thing that they get, or two things that they might gather during that 3 months, and then we go on 6 months. So if it means develop a morning routine, if it means that we're working on your money mindset, if it means that we're working on your wealth, then we go through the ropes of how is it that you can have more residual income or more streams of income. Or is it working on your sexuality, working on your relationships, platonic, intimate relationship, as the case might be. So minimum of 3 months, then 6 months, and then 9 months. I've had a few clients for a year, and I've also have a few good men. So it's not only ladies, right, men? So I can be contacted on any social media platform as Dee Burrowes. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, and on Twitter as well. I'm just revamping my website so that it's more functional, to be better. You know, we have to evolve. And of course, my website is evolving, because I do quite a lot of mental health work, for which that's not being communicated on my website as well. So I'm revamping it at the moment. My email is Coach Dee Burrowes, all one word, my name. So Coach DEE and Burrowes, BURROWES @gmail.com. So yeah, feel free to connect with me, even if it's just a question you want to ask, about what we've spoken about just now. I'm in the spirit of serving, and I'm very approachable, I would think. So yeah, connect.
Look, you all heard it first. So once again, going back to the acts, no one knows what you're needing. And Dee said something very powerful. Sometimes, whether it's at work, at home, you may be going through the motions, you may be doing the things, whatever those things look like for you, but no one really knows what's going on in your mind as you sit there doing whatever that is that you're doing. And so make sure you're asking, make sure you connect with Dee. She's an amazing woman. And so make sure you're connecting, because mindset, I'm telling you, you can get past those self-limiting beliefs. You can get past your own self and move. A lot of us are in our own way from our next place, in our next place of elevation. We're standing, it's not even everyone else. We're standing in our own way. We're blocking our own blessings based upon our mindset and our relationship, whether it's with money, whether it's with communication, whether it's with saying, who in the world am I? Right? And so telling yourself that you're not enough, we just want to encourage you on today that you are enough, right? You are, and you have everything that you need. And once you take those first steps, all of the other opportunities and different things, they come to you. Now you got to do some work. Okay. We're not here to sugarcoat that it's just going to fall in your lap, because it's not. You're going to have, like Dee said, you're going to have to get dirty. And this process of transformation, literally from the inside out, you may get angry, you may cry, but let me tell you, on the other side of that, there's more joy, there's more peace, there's more fulfillment, there's more clarity, there's more confidence. And you'll be walking in the rooms and people be like, something's different about her, something's different about him. And it's like, you know what? Because I'm working on me.
Yeah. That blooming butterfly. We want to be, evolve as that blooming butterfly with many colors. That just, we just flow. There's calmness to us. We start your day positively. And the days are going to come when they're cloudy days, but at least you should have those in your toolbox. What, either it be your tribe, a loyal friend that you can connect with that say, listen, I need for you to be a sounding board for me today, and I need help. I've had that moment in December. I was like, I can't do this anymore. And I was like, but I'm the strong one. I'm always the strong one. But the strong ones do need that support. I'm like, I just need somebody to sit and listen to me. And yeah, just to see, have a different perspective, if you will, of, what I was going through at the time. And I have my coaches as well in my
That's Dee. I'm with you. Same here. You also, we're not painting a picture for you or anything. This is like real life, real talk. I've had days where I'm crying. I'm just like, look, I know who I can call. Even when it comes to my business and different things, hey, I'm not reaching this, or I'm not doing, it's a gap or something. I just had a conversation with my coach last week. I was like, hey, I feel like something is not connecting. Something's going on. And we had an amazing conversation, and it's just like, oh, boom. Okay. Right. And so your community, your tribe, the people that you're connected with, it does matter. Because if you're thinking, I don't really have anyone that I can trust and call, we want you to go and evaluate something that you can do right now, today. Evaluate who is in my circle, who's in my community, right? Am I the only one always giving advice in my community? Then you need a new community, right?
Create one. Yeah, you can be the leader there. Yeah, just then listen, guys, connect with a few people, even on social. I've had people connected with me, amazing individuals on social media, and we've forged some amazing friendship. So go and create.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to reach out, you all. So this has been another segment and episode of Menopause March Madness. And we're talking about today your mindset, right? Don't shun away from expressing what's on your mind. Get you a coach such as Dee. She's a mindset strategist. Look, you are working with her 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, maybe a year, whatever it takes, right? But there's nothing more comforting than knowing that you have someone who's willing to get in the mud with you. Right? Like, it's a difference for someone to stand on the sidelines and look at you in the mud and like, oh, I'm not messing up my nails and I'm not getting dirty. But someone to say, I'm going to get in the mud with you. I don't care if it's up to here, but we'll get it all cleaned up in the months to come. That in itself says a lot.
Yeah.
That I'm not just going to watch you do the work, but I'm going to hold your hand. And we're going to get in the mud, and then we're going to get in the water. We're going to get in the mud, and we're going to get cleaned up. It's nothing more heartfelt.
Liberating.
To have someone who say, I'm going to get in the dirt with you. I'm going to get my hair dirty. I'm going to get my nails dirty. I'm going to get in the dirt with you because we can clean up, but we're going to even clean up together as well. And so, Dee, I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can I just add, just to reiterate, I myself have the mud. So it's not like, from experience, I'm going to sit on the sidelines and read a book and tell you, I know what I've done to get through that journey, to get through that season, right? I've had the bad relationships. I've had the not enough money. I've had missed opportunities in my professional life. I've been passed up for promotion. I've been told I don't articulate well. I've been told my voice projects too much. So I've been there and I know how I cope. Was it easy? No, but I've made my mind up that, listen, I'm not going to listen to what you say. I'm not going to conform to societal values of who I am as a person. I'm going to be me and I'm going to be amazing and I am enough.
Look, you all heard it right there. So make sure you all connect with her. Look, we giving you attitude and everything because that's what an effort attitude is about. They're saying, I'm going to face it. I'm going to face it. I'm going to fulfill it. And it doesn't matter what you think. If you don't think I'm enough, then you're going to need to get with Dee too, because you got some other issues that don't even deal with me. And we don't have to take on someone else's pain. We're not here to take on anyone else's pain, but we are here to say we're here to serve and support you, whether that's through menopause, whether that's in your business, whether that's just total transformation can take place. And that's what it's all about. And so you all, until the next time, I'm your girl, Carlisa Katrina Basnight-Menendez. Yes, all of that. You all know I say it. My rap name is from C to Z. It starts with a C, end with a Z. And you can connect with me on all platforms of social media. just start typing in all the letters, Carlika Basnight-Menendez, and I will definitely show up. But we want to hear from you, right? What questions do you have? What would you like us to talk about? Let us know your takeaways. Give us that feedback, because that's what we're here to do. Serve to bring tips, tools, techniques, and resources where you don't have to research a whole lot. And remember, MenoCon 2022, September 16th through the 17th, you want to be in the building. You say this is good, be in the building, have your seat. And I want to see you there, right? Let's take our selfies, let's have a conversation, and let's connect so that we can form partnerships. But you all be blessed. And